And we'll soon be live, everyone. Awesome. We're actually live now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of Binance Africa Trading Masterclass. Please stay muted if you are not. Hi, everyone. Panelists, please be muted if you are not the speaker. Thank you very much. Keep your videos off. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the second day of Binance Africa Masterclass. I see we're getting a lot of attendees. Hi, everyone joining us on Zoom and everyone joining us on YouTube. Just a reminder for day 2 of this masterclass, and like as we said the other days, there is only capacity for 1,000 people on Zoom. Everyone else can join us on YouTube, and we'll be sharing the link very shortly in the chat function, here on Zoom, and much more. Okay, team, I've shared the YouTube link, so please share it in our communities. And here on Zoom, let's share it. Thank you, everyone that's joining. I see we're almost at 1,000 people in less than like a minute. Hi, Eze says he's here. Hi, Eze. Hi, everyone. Lovely to see you all. If you look at the chat.
Hi, guys.
So let me do some quick introductions for those of you that are just joining us today. Welcome to Binance Africa 3-day masterclass on crypto trading focused on DeFi. My name is Damio Dufoy. I am the head of PR for Africa at Binance. I've got my wonderful colleagues with me, and I'm going to start with Brenton, who is in South Africa, our business development lead from South Africa. We've got Emmanuel E, who is our community manager for Africa. And we've also got Babs. Babs, what's going on with your video? Babs is our business development manager for Nigeria. Thank you all for joining us today. And nice to see some familiar names from yesterday. As I said, once we get to 1,000 people, we'll have to direct everybody else to YouTube. So please stay on for that. A few housekeeping rules before we start the program today. One, if you have a question, please type it in the Q&A function on Zoom. There you see our angels. Thank you so much to our Binance angels. You see our angels there answering questions, and the Binance team members as well. Also, if you after our panelists have their sessions, if you've got a really good question, you can always raise your hand for that. But ideally, please type your question because we can't take everyone's questions live. And then use the chat function for general conversations. In the chat function, we'll be sharing a bunch of things on Zoom, giveaway forms, links to our communities. One thing we've noticed is some of you like to spam that chat function. We're watching you on YouTube and on Zoom. No spamming. If you spam, you'll be removed from the event. Last thing on our agenda that I need to let you know in terms of our housekeeping rules is the certificate of participation, okay? Now, we will be giving certificates of participation to the first 1,000 people. In fact, actually, we can only have 1,000 people on Zoom. We will be giving certificates of participation to 1,000 people, and they have to be the people that are on Zoom, and you have to join all 3 days. So if you joined yesterday, you're here today, and you're here tomorrow on Zoom, you will get a certificate of participation. Unfortunately, that does not qualify for YouTube. But YouTube people, don't worry, loads of giveaways for you as well. Hi, everyone. Hi, Collins. Thank you. I look good today. You guys are so funny. I find like our community hilarious. So I think I've covered all the housekeeping rules, certificates, behavior, no spamming, YouTube for everyone else. So let me share the other thing that I know you all want to know today, which is our agenda and our program for today. I'm going to share that here on YouTube, on Zoom, but I'll read it out for those of you on YouTube. We're going to start off with Babs, talking us through setting up a trading account on Binance, showing us how KYC, signing up, and security. We'll have a quick Q&A, and then we'll go straight into Gray Jabesti, who's our speaker for today, and he'll be with us in a few minutes. And he'll be talking about passive income on Binance, specifically DeFi, which I know a lot of you are interested in. After that, we'll have another live Q&A, and then we know you all came for the giveaways. So we're gonna have the giveaways right after Gray's session. We're gonna announce the sign-up giveaways. So those of you that have been signing up with the link that's been shared. Angels, please share that link. And yeah, so we'll end it with giveaways today. But first, we came here for education, correct? So let's start. Hi, Babs. Are you ready? Babs, we
Hey,
need your
hi, Dami.
Awesome. So can you please start your session? Everyone else, please turn off your cameras and be muted.
Okay, great. Hi, guys. Welcome to day 2 of the Binance Masterclass for Africa. And my name is Emmanuel. I'll be just going through quickly a bit of what we learned yesterday. As we all know, by now I expect that everyone should know what Bitcoin is, what cryptocurrencies are, how blockchains work, how it all started, and all the theory and philosophies of the whole ideologies behind Bitcoin. But today we'll be looking at more practical aspects of how you can actually take advantage of this entire ecosystem. We'll talk about DeFi. But right now, what we need to do first is set up our accounts. We understand that a bunch of us have already created a Binance account. For those of you that haven't signed up yet, please, they'll share links now for you to sign up, which we'll be doing a giveaway for later in the day. But for now, we'll go through the entire process of signing up and setting up our account. I also do a walkthrough for some of us, so we can understand, all these different aspects of Binance, because it can really, really look, overwhelming for some persons. So we'll walk through and just simplify the entire ecosystem for you. And then most importantly, we'll show you practically how you can buy your first crypto, because I understand that most of you have Naira, you have Kenyan shillings, you have ZAR. You want to be able to just convert that money into cryptocurrencies. So we'll also be doing a practical demonstration on that as well. So let's just jump right into it. First of all, setting up our account. This is the first thing you see when you go to Binance.com. Okay, you just see the homepage, and you see a list of the top cryptocurrencies there are, and this homepage looks very nice actually. And some of the few things just to point out here is the menu bar here. This is the navigation bar, and then there is this part where you get to sign up. So if you haven't signed up yet, I'll just walk you through on how to sign up. So I'm going to use a demo email I created for this training. So bmasterclasstest@gmail.com. So the first thing here is to click on register now, and then it comes right here for you to put your password. So let's see, please enter a correct email address. Oh, I'm supposed to put dot here. So there are a bunch of things you have to take note of. As you can see, the password here has to have a couple of requirements just to ensure proper security for you, because it's funds that you put on Binance. And then you sign up here. So immediately they will send you a 6-digit code to your email. Let's see. Awesome. So this is 370-570. Great. So that's how easy it is to sign up on Binance. And then the first thing you see is you can immediately begin to use this account to actually deposit without actually having any KYC on Binance. Okay, so you can start depositing crypto immediately. Okay, you can deposit Bitcoin here. You can send this Bitcoin address to someone to send you money, maybe from abroad or anywhere else, maybe your auntie, your friends that want to send you money from anywhere. So, but one of the things you want to do now is also know this entire framework. So let's just go back. Right now, we are logged into Binance.com. Okay, let's just quickly look at how this whole menu bar works. If you look at this part here, you see your currency. Okay, so you want to switch this to your local currency. Let's say ZAR. So let's say ZAR, ZAR. If I switch this to ZAR, everything here, becomes like customized for your own region. And then if you buy crypto here, you'll be, using the ZAR interface, you'll be using the ZAR P2P market and every other thing here. Okay, so let's use NGN as well. So for Nigerian, I see there are a bunch more options available as well. So that's what this part is for. So from here, you can directly deposit money into Binance. So you can make a bank deposit directly from here. Okay. Now, the reason why it wouldn't work is because I haven't done my KYC yet. So just watch this. It should prompt me that I can't do that. So it will ask me to verify my account. Okay. So let's go back to the homepage and let me just show you a few things. Now, if you check here, you see markets. Now, I'll talk about this subsequently, but let's just go to setting up the account. This is the first thing you want to come to. You want to come down here to your dashboard. Now, this is the Binance Dashboard. This is where you see the steps that you need to complete before your account security is 100%. So if you look here, you see phone verification. For phone verification, you put your phone number, and then they'll send you a verification code. They would also send you an email code to your email before you can submit and verify that phone number. Okay. And then there is also a second thing you can do. Now, this is the one I personally recommend, is your Google authentication authenticator. Okay. Why Google Authenticator is way better for me personally is because if you let's say you have like network issues or cell reception issues, you probably might not get SMSs when you try to log in, for instance. So but your Google Authenticator is on your mobile phone, and it doesn't use the internet, so it just generates codes for you automatically. So the first thing you want to do is download that code, that app. Once you download the app, you just scan this and make sure you save this. This is very important. Why? Because if you lose that phone, you can actually put this code into another Google Authenticator app, and it will generate the same numbers for you. So this is your backup key of your Google Authenticator. This is very, very important step. And then it still asks you, step 3 still tells you to copy this down because it's very important. And then here you now put in the code from your Google Authenticator and also your email verification code that will be sent to you. So you have to click on send code. Always remember to click on send code. Some people forget to click on this, and it's really, you just keep waiting for emails and you don't get emails because you haven't clicked on send code. So that is very important. Let's go back. So once you do that, then your security would have been set up, okay? And then Brenton already mentioned yesterday what the Binance ID is. Now this Binance ID is very important because this is the ID that, especially when we do giveaways and promotions, this is the ID that we can use to credit your account. If you have support issues, this is the ID you give to them and say, okay, check my account, you understand? So that is very important as well. So as you can see, once you sign up on Binance, the next thing is to do your security, like I just explained to us, which is 2FA. So you either use your phone or Google Authenticator. That's phone number or Google Authenticator. And then the third thing is to deposit funds. Now, to deposit funds, as I explained earlier, if it's for crypto, you can deposit crypto right away. Okay, very simple. Just copy the address, send to the party that is sending, and they can just send it to you right away. However, if you want to deposit Naira, or you want to use the P2P market, or you want to use the card, deposits, you need KYC. And the KYC differs from region to region. Why? Because whenever you have to interact with fiat, because due to regulatory issues in different countries, you need to provide some form of verification. In some regions, it's better. In some regions, it's very tough. Okay. So let's look at how to do your KYC for this account. Now, once you click on verify, let's go back. Sorry. Once you click on verify my account, let me see KYC. Okay, let's click here. So this is verify. So once you click on verify my account, you see personal verification, personal details, address verification, and you see a bunch of other stuff. The first thing you want to do is to click on verify here. Now, if you're signing up for your business, you can switch to corporate accounts, okay? And if you're switching to corporate account, it means that the initial email you use to sign up must be your corporate email, okay? And then so you click on verify. Now, the first thing you want to do is to select your region, okay? Because I explained earlier, the region will determine the kind of KYCs you provide. Let's say you select South Africa.
Oh, so George is our speaker for today, and today's topic is really an intro into
okay.
and the fundamentals.
So there is sound at the background. that form of ID card or driver's license. Yeah. For Nigeria, it's a bit different. So there are two things you can do for Nigeria. You can either use your BVN directly, very easy. Just put your BVN number here. Just to note, your BVN number is not they cannot use your BVN number to hack you. Okay, it is strictly only for verification purposes. Okay, and then once you put your BVN number here, it will ask you to scan your face. Okay, so it will scan your face to match with the picture that your BVN that you provided during your BVN verification. Okay, and once it matches, you automatically be verified. This takes less than 1 minute. Okay, this is the easiest way to verify. And then the other way is putting in all this information. With the BVN, we already have all those information. But the other way, you put in all this information here, and then you hit next. When you hit next, you can either use your driver's license, your voter's card, your national ID card, the international passport to do your verification, and all those documents are accepted by Binance. Okay, so that's how to do your KYC. Now, after doing your KYC, the next thing you want to do is to make your first deposit, right? So let's just do a practical demonstration of a KYC account. Just give me 1 moment there. Okay, so I'm going to share again. Okay, so now this is, let me log out first so I can log in and just do this properly. Now, once you verified your account, this is how you should typically log in. Anything other than this would mean that your account is not at all secured, okay? So you put in your email and your password, and then it has to ask you for your Google Authenticator, okay? So this account already has Google Authenticator done, and then you can just put your Google Authenticator code. It is a 6-digit code. Awesome. So now you're logged in. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you want to buy your first Bitcoin or make your first deposit is to click here, and just 2 clicks, just click here and then bank deposit. Okay, very simple. If you want to use P2P here as well, so we'll just do this 3 demo and then we'll just move to something else. Bank deposits. Now, for bank deposits are available for Nigerian and Ugandan users right now. And then it basically uses the Flutterwave gateway to do that. Yeah. So for the Nigerian users, which are a lot of us are here, so we'll just start with that. We can use Flutterwave to deposit on Binance for as low as we can even send in 200 Naira. Okay. So with 200 Naira, you can actually buy Bitcoin on Binance, right? So, but you don't want to buy, you don't want to deposit 200 Naira. Why? Because your fee is like 150. And then, that means you'll just be depositing 50 Naira on Binance. So let's say we do 1K deposit, yeah? And then how it works is very simple. It generates an account number for you. Once you send the money, you open your bank app and send the money to this bank account number, and that's all. The money automatically reflects on your Binance account. You have to be careful to make sure that you send exactly the amount you put here. If you send anything less than this amount, you have to chat up live support for them to send you a refund, okay? So you have to send exactly this amount, okay? Refunds typically take around 48 hours to happen, max, okay? But it's important to do it right. And it typically takes less than an hour for your money to arrive, though depending on, the banking, network at that point in time. So let's try to use card. So if you use card, it's going to generate a similar interface for you. But here you just put your card details and that's all. Okay, let's go back. And then let's try for direct, purchase. Now, remember the first one I just showed you is a bank deposit. It means that you're actually going to deposit actual Naira on Binance or actual UGX on Binance, and then use that money to buy Bitcoin, right? But using card direct payments, you don't get to deposit at all. So all you just do is just type the amount. Though the amount here you can buy, the minimum for Nigerian users is around 6,000 naira that you can buy. So you just put the amount and it shows you the amount in Bitcoin and then it buys. We talked about this yesterday that currently there are a few banks that do not work for this right now, but we are working on it. And before the end of this month, hopefully, it will be up for all the banks. And then for South African users, let's see, basically the same thing, okay? The minimum you can buy here is around 300 ZAR. And then with that, you can purchase your Bitcoin, okay? Very simply. A bunch of other countries are also supported here. So let's see, UGX, so a bunch of other countries are supported. So the major difference between this and this is that here you get to deposit the actual fiat on Binance, which a lot of people prefer. Why? Because you can actually decide, okay, you can buy less than 6,000, and you can also decide to keep funds there and just buy when maybe Bitcoin drops or is going up. You can just use that to trade as well. So this is very useful. And then there is P2P trading. Now, the P2P side of things is a bit different, okay? Here, you have to buy and converse directly with the seller, okay? On the matching engine side of things, let's go here. On this side of things, where, let me just try to go to NGN, fiats, NGN. So, now, here, there are several things here, okay? Chris is going to explain a bunch of all these things you see tomorrow, okay? But the most important thing here is everything you see here is some trader somewhere in the world placing an order, okay? The person can be in China, it can be in Korea, it can be anywhere, okay? And then these are other people also placing orders. It could be anywhere in the world. However, on the P2P side, okay, you actually are seeing the person you're buying from. That's one of the biggest difference. Unlike that part where it's just a general market, everybody's just putting their orders. Here, you can actually interact with the buyer or the seller. So let's say you want to sell BTC, okay? You want to sell BTC. Let's say someone sent you Bitcoin from abroad and you want to sell the Bitcoin to this guy. So this guy is going to buy the Bitcoin from you. Say you have 0.1 Bitcoin, okay? So 0.1 Bitcoin right now is around 500 and something thousand naira. And if I had that amount in my account, then I should be able to buy this. Okay, so this exceeded the maximum offer. So this guy can't buy more than 500K. So let me put 0.05. So now I can sell 0.05 Bitcoin to this guy. Okay, if I click on sell now, the order will be picked. Okay, here it's telling me I don't have sufficient balance, but that's just basically how you sell. Once you click on sell now, what happens? Let me see if I can sell USDT. Firstly, if you want to sell in P2P, let's come back. Let's just run through that demo. If you want to sell on P2P markets, it's very simple. You first of all come to spots. As you can see here, I have USDT in this account, right? And then I can send this USDT from the spot wallet. Watch this, guys. You see, when I went to wallet, I just came here to wallet. You see that there are different kinds of wallets, right? There is the spot wallet. The spot wallet is the main wallet. This is where your money most likely would always be. Okay, so you want to move the money from spot to P2P so you can actually sell it to someone. Some people forget to do that. So I can send money from my spot wallet to my P2P wallet. It's free to send money from any wallet to any wallet on Binance. I can send, let's say I want to send $100 to my P2P wallets. So I've sent that money from my spot to my P2P wallet. So if I open my P2P wallet, I should see $100 there, right? So now that I have this money here, I can now trade on P2P. So I can now go here and back to P2P trading, and now attempt to sell my USDT to this guy. Okay, so this guy can now buy my USDT. Okay, so I can now attempt to sell the USDT. Let's say I want to sell him, this guy is not buying less than 300K. So you need to watch what the sellers are. Just watch this, guys. So you see the limit this guy is buying is 300K. It means that if you sell anything less than 300,000 Naira worth of USDT to him, he wouldn't buy. Okay. So he wants to deal with like high volumes. So, but you see someone else that is buying smaller amounts like this. So you want to maybe sell to this guy instead. Look at this one, is selling, is buying very small amounts. Okay. It's buying $100, USDTs from people. So this is just like a market, a typical market you go to. Is available for South African users. The same setting is available to Kenyan users. It's available in a couple of markets across Africa. And then we also support cheaper cash, bank transfer, and a bunch of other payment methods that you can use to pay for your Bitcoin or accept Bitcoin from people. So this is very important. Why? Because it is one of the ways that a lot of traders buy Bitcoin or sell Bitcoin in regions where it's difficult to open a fiat gateway. Okay, so when it's difficult to open a fiat gateway, let's say because of regulations, and the government maybe may stop people from trading, then using P2P is just straightforward. Why? Because it's just between two people, so there is no regulation to stop two people from trading, right? So that is that for P2P. Then let's come back home and just do a small trade. Now I want to show you a simple example of when you have Naira in your wallet, and then you want to convert that Naira to Bitcoin. Okay, so this example would stem from a successful deposit. Let's say you successfully deposited Naira on Binance, and you want to convert that Naira into let's say USD, or you want to convert it into BTC. So I'm just going to do a demo for that as well. So let's see markets. So I'm selling $10 here to Naira, so it becomes here. So if we come back to wallets, we'll see that we have 4,900 Naira, right? So let's say we made a successful deposit of 4,900 Naira, and we want to use that money to buy Bitcoin. So the first thing you want to do is to either click here on BTC NGN market. So here you see everything here as NGN at the end. It means that you can use Naira to buy any of these coins listed in the front. Okay, this is called a market pair. So you can use Naira to buy BNB, Naira to buy this and that, and same for a bunch of other currencies. Let's just see some other fiat pairs we have there. We have UGX, so the same thing here, the same thing here. Let me just try and reload here. So the same thing there, if you deposit UGX, I don't have UGX in my balance right now, so but it's the same process. Okay, once you have Naira on Binance, you can keep Naira on Binance for as long as you want. There are no charges. So if you keep 5,000 Naira on Binance for 1 year, it will still be 5,000 Naira, right? Okay, so you can just buy Bitcoin, so BTC NGN. So you can go from here. If you click here, you land on that page. Okay, you can go from here and it will take you here. Or if you have NGN on Binance and you are anywhere on the platform, you can just always click on this place called markets. Now this market is the real trading place. This is where all the trading happens, right? So you come to markets and then you see all the markets on Binance. We have different kind of markets on Binance. We have futures, we have options, we have margin, so these are the places where people trade. In fact, right now we have what we call the zones, innovation zones. These are high risk places. Okay, all this will be explained when you know how to trade, right? So this is a place where you just come to buy high risk tokens. Then spot is for more mature projects, and they are less risky than the ones there. So bottom line is, now once you're on this place, the first thing you want to do is to click on spot markets, because that's where everything is. And then if you look at the spot market, you see we have a bunch of different other markets there. So on the spot markets, we have BNB markets. It means that in this market, everything here you can buy with BNB or you can sell to BNB. So everything here is listed with BNB. Okay, everything here is listed with BNB. BTC market means that you can use Bitcoin to buy every other thing here, or you can use every other thing here to buy Bitcoin. Alt markets, this is TRX, where you can TRX pairs, XRP pairs, ETH pairs, and all that. And then the fiat market. Fiat market is the main place that you want to go to as a person that wants to either use your local currency to buy Bitcoin, or you want to sell Bitcoin for your local currency. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so now if you watch this, you will see that there are different currencies listed here. Okay, you see ZAR, you see TRY, you see NGN, and a bunch of other ones. Yeah, so for the NGN, for instance, you click here, and then you see all the coins that you can buy with NGN. And from here, you can now say, oh, okay, I want to use my 4,900 Naira to buy some, Bitcoin, because Bitcoin probably is going up, and, want to buy Bitcoin. And then you can just come straight here, okay? And then you issue what we call an order, okay? An order means you place your order the same way you place an order for anything. So everything here you see are orders. These are people's orders. So you're just going to pick one of them. Right now, the price of Bitcoin is for 1 Naira is 5.2 million Naira. Okay. And then you can compare it with the price of Bitcoin on the P2P side of things and say, okay, if the price of Bitcoin to sell here is cheaper or to sell on P2P is more expensive. So people check this a lot just to see where it's cheaper to sell or to buy part time, right? So that's just part of trading anyways, which you'll learn tomorrow. So I want to buy Bitcoin worth 4,996 Naira. So I'm just going to type here 4,000, let's say I buy 4,900. Okay. And so I'm just going to watch my price. My price is 446. And the cheapest person selling here is selling for 871, 87447. Okay, so my buy order is intact. So if I press buy now, okay, it should come somewhere here. Where is it? Where's my order? Has my order been filled? Yes, my order has been filled. Great. So this is the Bitcoin I just bought. So I just bought 0.000094 Bitcoin. So now I have Bitcoin. Now I can send this Bitcoin to my Trust wallet to keep for long-term hold. I can keep it here if I want, or I can take it to the end, which we'll also share about very briefly. So I can do a bunch of stuff with it. Okay. And in the same way, I can actually sell my Bitcoin in this same place. So when people say, oh, if I buy Bitcoin, how would I sell it? Exactly the same way you bought it. Okay. So you come back here, and you sell the Bitcoin that you bought. Okay. If you click on sell, so I sold it for, look at the price I sold it for. Look at my order is here. You see this one with the dots? That is my order. Let me just change this to night mode. So now it's looking more complicated, right? So that's just remember, anytime you see a dark screen, just know that it's the trader that just likes to have a dark screen on. It's not like it's like, oh, this guy is doing something serious. Okay, so I just prefer the dark mode anyways. So most likely that trade is going to go through, and then I'm going to have my Naira back, okay, whenever it goes through. But if I don't want to wait and I just want to sell my Bitcoin right now, which is what especially for beginners, just what you want to do. You don't want to waste time, placing an order. So instead of just trying to decide how much you want to buy, by looking at this place, just select markets. Instead of issuing a limit order, in a limit order, you have to determine your price. And if your price is not the current price, it has to wait on the queue for it to get to your price, right? But if you issue a market order, it means that I want to buy at the market rates. Anything that the market is right now, I just want to buy. I don't want to waste my time. So I can just do this and then buy BTC. Okay, so it's already bought. Sorry, I should be here instead. Okay, so I want to sell BTC, sorry. So I come here and market sell, I sell. Look at, now I have Naira back. I have my Naira back, right? So let's say I want to withdraw this Naira back to my bank account. I can do it very easily. It takes 2 seconds for it to land in your bank account. Okay. So what you want to do is to click on withdraw, and then to ask you if you want to withdraw BTC cryptocurrency. If it's a cryptocurrency you want to withdraw that someone sent you, you can select any of these cryptocurrencies here, or you can just write the name of the coin you want to withdraw. But typically to show you the coins you have, you can't withdraw what you don't have, right? And then if you want to withdraw Naira or UGX, or ZAR when we have it, you just, put the amount you want to withdraw. You can withdraw, at least the minimum you can withdraw is around 5K, I guess. Yeah, it's around 5K. So let's see if we can sell some more. Let me see this USDT. I want to go to the USDT NGN market. So how do I go to the USDT NGN market? Again, you come here to markets, you click on fiat, you click on Naira, and then USDT NGN. And then here, you just, the same way I sold, I want to sell some USDT for Naira. So I'll click on market, and I'm going to just put up like $4. I'm selling $4 for Naira. And then immediately you see my balance has increased, right? So I'm going to go back to withdraw and refresh the page. So my new balance should be 6,000 Naira or so. Yeah. So now I can withdraw 5K. Okay. And then I'm going to, the fee is 300 Naira. So even if you are withdrawing 5 million Naira, you're still going to pay 300 Naira. So there you go. And then you click on continue. It asks you for your bank account. You click on confirm withdrawal. And then just because of how secure Binance is, you're just going to have to, put your phone verification, your email verification is like Fort Knox. So that's why it's difficult for you to hear someone say, oh, they hacked my account and stole my money. It means that the person has your phone, has your email, has your Google Authenticator, and in fact, even if the person logs in from another device that is not your phone or your regular device, the team will still send you another confirmation. So Binance is really, really secure anyways. That's why we always say your phones are safe on Binance. So once you know how to deposit and withdraw, that is just the first part of what you need to know. I'll just really run through some other things you can do on Binance, right? So first of all, I've talked about, the markets. Now this market is the same thing, the trading dashboard, this whole thing, that's what this market is. And then here you see futures, okay? Futures is a kind of trading, okay? It's very similar to the one here, but just a few differences in the sense that on spot markets, okay? On spot markets, you are, when it goes down, you buy, when it goes up, you sell, right? So that's the general principle for spot markets. You buy when low and sell when high. That's the general trading principle, right? But in the futures markets, okay, you are trading the future movement of the coin. So it's possible for the coin to be going down and you're making money. Why? Because if you predict that Bitcoin is going to go down and it goes down, you make money. If you predict that it's going up and it goes up, you make money. So that's the futures market. It's very, very interesting. Okay, so whether it's going up or it's going down, yeah, you can make money either way. You don't have to, stress yourself, right? And then it's here is not called buy the same way it's called buy on sports. On sports is buy because on sports you are actually buying the coin, and then when it goes up, you sell. Here you are predicting the movement of the coin. So if I long a coin, it means that I'm predicting that the coin is going to go up. If I short a coin, it means that I'm predicting that the coin is going to go down. Okay, so just imagine you short rightly and it goes up, you make money. If it goes against your prediction, you're going to lose money. So that's how futures markets work. Very interesting, and it's getting more and more popular in Africa as well. So that's the futures market, right? And then on Binance, you can actually do what we call, passive income kind of thing. Okay, so Binance has a full scale financial service within the platform. Here you can save, you can stake, and you can do the whole DeFi thing here as well. Okay, so on Binance, let's say you have some amount of money in Bitcoin. Instead of keeping them lying in, let's say, a wallet, like Trust Wallet, for instance, you can actually put the money here and lock it. Okay, so this time around, you are giving Binance custody of the money. Okay, and then Binance will be giving you interest. Okay, the interest for flexible savings is not high. There are some interest you see online, you just know that this one is a scam. But there are some interest you see, you just know, okay, this is reasonable interest. Like here, the interest for storing USD. Okay, this is locked savings. The interest of storing your, let's say your USD. Okay, you have USD that you're not using for a long time. You can store it on Binance and get in 7% in annualized interest rates. Okay, 7%. There's 6% for BUSD is also 7% for 90 days annualized interest rates, and there are a bunch of other savings offers here. And then we have what we call the locked staking. Now, for the staking, is different from the savings. For the savings, it means that you're actually, storing your money and Binance is giving you the interest. For the staking, you are locking your coin, okay, because it's a coin that it can be any coin, okay. The reason why someone can be confident in storing USDT, you can be confident in storing USDT because it's stable coin, right? Or Bitcoin because it's trusted. But there are some coins that, okay, it's just a few persons that have done a lot of research that have faith in them, that you know that, okay, this coin can actually do well in the long run, and you believe in that project. Or you just want to make some income from that project, you can buy like some tokens like EOS band. There are a bunch of other ones. You can see 21 of them. You can hold these tokens on Binance the same way, just like savings. But this time around, once you lock the tokens, you'll be getting interest as well, the same way you get on a savings product. The difference between staking and savings is that staking is more of a blockchain, idea, because there's something called proof of stake. And proof of stake in the proof of stake network, you earn interest on staking tokens. It means that they incentivize you not to sell. So they are trying to say, okay, don't sell your EOS, hold your EOS, and you earn income from Binance. Okay, so you can do that as well here. Just by holding some coins, you just be earning free money. Okay, that also happens here as well. And then you also have what we call the DeFi side of things. I'm just going to skip that for Gray to come take over from there. But aside from the earning, you also have the Binance pool. So this is Binance mining operation. If you want to go into mining and you're really interested, you can actually set up your mining equipment and plug it into Binance pool, and you also earn from here. Okay, so Binance pool is also here. And then see, Binance also has a card. Okay, we have a few regions that it's active, and very soon it will be available for Africa as well. So bottom line is just there are a bunch of things you can do with Binance. So this is the Binance card, where you can connect this card directly to your account and then shop, anywhere in the world using that card. Okay, and then crypto loans. So we also have what we call crypto loans on Binance. It means that, like, I have USDT, right? I have how much do I have? I think I can do, let's say, 200 USDT, right? Okay, so I have, okay, so let's say I want to borrow USDT. I want to borrow 200 USDT. Okay, okay, first of all, let me just explain this, what's happening here. Now, crypto loans means that I have an asset, okay, but I need cash. Okay, I have Bitcoin. I have 5 Bitcoin. Okay, and 1 Bitcoin now is $10,000. And I believe that in the next 1 month, 1 Bitcoin will be $11,000. So I don't want to sell my Bitcoin. Because if I sell my Bitcoin right now, I'm going to lose the amount it will be. I'm going to lose out on the profit that I would have made if it goes up, right? And so what can I do? Binance has made it possible for you to give that 5 Bitcoin as a collateral or whatever you have, and collect cash that you need to spend. And then when you get the cash that you need to spend, once you spend that cash and you return, let's say you do what you want to do, and you now return the cash, they will give you your Bitcoin back. So let's say Bitcoin grows to $12,000, and you now collected, let's say you collected about maybe $500 just to pay some bills, and you return that money. Now they will give you back your actual coins back. Okay, so you kept your coins as collateral, collected cash, and then you return the cash with a small interest and collect your coin back. Okay, whether it goes up or down, your coin is your coin, right? So in that way, you don't have to sell your tokens. Okay, all you need to do is just give it as collateral, get the cash, and spend the cash, come back again. And so crypto loans are very exciting, especially for people that don't believe in selling their Bitcoin. You know, especially you don't want to sell your coin because you really believe in it and all that. So this is a service that really helps you as well. So I'm already let's the reward center. Now on Binance, interestingly, Binance has one of the biggest referral programs there is in the market. Okay. Do you know that actually, if you give someone your Binance referral link, you can earn as high as 20% for life whenever that person. So let's say you talk to somebody about cryptocurrency and the person signs up on Binance and the person starts trading. For every time the person trades forever, you'll be making money. So it's I think 20%. Now watch, you can even earn up to 40%. There are some rules you have to follow to earn up to 40%. But officially for every other person is 20%. So you can even decide to give that person 5% and take 15%. So you can say if you sign up with my link, you get 5% discount on all your trades for life on Binance. Okay. And then you can even give the person up to 10% discount. So you take 10% of the commission. You can give the person, 10% discount on all his trades. Okay. Now, what this means is, let's say you now want to take the 20%. What this means is, for every time the person trades, if Binance makes $10, okay, you would make $2 and Binance would take $8. That's basically what it means. So you'll be sharing the profits on all the trades from that person you brought with Binance, and you can actually earn up to 20% commission for every time the person trades on Binance for life. Okay. So I think I've covered pretty much every other thing. So as you can see, the platform is now looking a bit more familiar than it was before, right? So for the trading part, we'll learn it tomorrow, and then we'll go into DeFi very shortly. I'll spend time taking a couple of questions. This part just shows you parts of the Binance ecosystem. Yeah, over to you, Dami. Go ahead.
Emmanuel, first of all, that was amazing because you went through the whole Binance, products.
I was just trying to be as
30 minutes. I know you did such a good job. I need your help to start my video, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you need to make me a host. But thank you so much for that. That was a really great session. Panelists, is Gray almost? Yeah, Gray's here. So Gray, just give us a few minutes before we start your session. So as Emmanuel said, we're going to take a few questions now. As I said, the angels have been answering questions on using the Q&A box. Is my video showing?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Gray was not Gray, sorry. The angels were answering questions on Zoom using the Q&A box. We were going to take a few questions live like we did yesterday, and I'm sure a lot of you remember the rules. So if you want to ask a question, please put your hands up. Okay, Israel, I'm going to answer you today because yesterday you complained that I didn't answer you. So please put your hands up, and also let us know in the chat function if you feel like I haven't been responding to you. So Israel, please get ready with your question. I'm going to let you talk now. We have about 10 minutes for questions. So let's try and take 5 questions, perhaps. Yeah. Israel, hi.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, hello. Good evening. Hello.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, Israel.
I'm fine. Okay. Now, I have 3 questions. Yeah, I have 3 questions. One is not among the lecture we just received.
You can only ask 2 questions. Time, sir, please.
Yeah, I will just shut it. Don't worry. Just little question. Now, when was BNB created? BNB created? That's the first question. Now, the second one is, how do we know that BTC in the market price is cheaper than B2B, or B2B is cheaper than the market price from what it shows us? And the third question is that, how can we check the fees of buying or selling just like Luno?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
The fees, what do you mean by the fees? I didn't get the last question.
Yeah, like now if I'm buying, like Luno, now if you're buying, there's a particular fee you're paying. And if you're selling, there's a particular fee you're paying. Now, like the trading you just did now, I saw that you were doing everything. I didn't see something like fee. So I was wondering, is it free on Binance?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you very much. So first question, right? First question is, let me just also share my screen as well. So first question is, okay. So first question is about BNB. Now, BNB started in 2017 when Binance did the ICO. So it was one of the ICOs were already almost outdated. But we did an ICO and we still tried to raise as much as we could, but we didn't raise even that, much as other companies that raised during that period of time as well, But today, Binance has proven to be one of those people that did a successful ICO and provided a successful company that people believe in. So the BNB token is the currency, is the token that powers the entire Binance ecosystem. And now BNB has actually gone beyond the Binance ecosystem. If you look at the applications of the BNB token, you will see that I think Brent did a presentation yesterday on the BNB token. We have tons of applications of BNB. A lot of people are accepting BNB for payment. In Nigeria, you can use Paylots. You can use a bunch of applications to actually, shop online and with BNB, So BNB started in 2017, just to answer that question. Next question is why I shared my screen. So I shared my screen so I can show you a simple example of how you can compare the prices.
No.
So watch this. So if you see this, you will see that okay. Now here you have the price NGM BTC, right? Let's go to USDT so that it's easier. Let's leave it here. Now BTC NGM, this is the current price in the market. In fact, right now, Binance NGM pair is kind of like the reference for the entire markets, especially in Nigeria. If you look at here, you see that, for instance, look at the amounts that have been traded today. This is in billions of Naira. And then here you see that this is the, pair. So now let's go to P2P. Now on P2P, if we go to sell, and we'll go to, let's say, BTC, which is the currency we are comparing now. So on this side of P2P, I can buy or sell, Bitcoin, right? And then on this side, I can buy or sell, Bitcoin for Naira, the same thing. So this is basically the same thing I can do here, just in different ways. Now, if I look here, the cheapest, these red ones are the people that want to sell. While these green ones are people that want to buy. So buyers always want to buy cheaper and sellers always want to sell higher, right? So whenever the price meets, then the trade has happened. That's basically trading 101. So if you look here, you would see that the cheapest person that is buying Bitcoin here is buying Bitcoin for 284169. 284169. Someone hold that number for me. And this guy is buying Bitcoin. So the cheapest person that is buying, this is arranged from highest to lowest. So this is the best price now, right? So now this guy with the best price is buying for 5276. And this guy here is buying for 528. You understand? So it means that it is better for me to sell my Bitcoin to this guy than to who? Than to this guy, isn't it? So that's just simple price comparison. And this price moves a lot, faster, but this one moves a bit slower, right? Because this merchant, for instance, might not be online right now, or it might not have updated this price with the current market price. So this price here moves very fast. And here you can set your price, and say, okay, you want to sell your own, this is your own Bitcoin. So it's you that have it. You can sell it for 529, you can sell it for as high as you want to sell it. All right. Also, you can also create an ad and keep it there. If someone likes you, when they can buy it from you. So that's basically how you as well. So you note P2P is free. I think this is a big deal for a lot of traders. P2P is free. There is no fee on P2P. So if you're buying 1 million times and you're selling 1 million times, whether in Kenya, anywhere in Africa, it's free. Also across the world, it's free. Okay, you can also put up your own ads and sell and buy from people as well, and it's free. Then here, the fee on Binance. Let me just share a link with you. Fee schedule. So I'll share this link on the group. Now, I'd like to also tell you that Binance actually has one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest fees in the entire industry across all our platforms. First of all, P2P is free. You can imagine that. And then on Binance, our maker and taker fees are also the cheapest you get to see. Okay, so we charge 0.1% of the fees. And if you hold BNB, even if you hold, just a small BNB, look at using BNB to get deduction of 25%. So if you hold BNB, you get to spend how much? 0.075% on trade. So if you buy, let's say, if you just calculate 0.075% of, let's say, 10,000 naira, you get to understand how small it is. That's one. Secondly, just imagine you already have a discount on your account of, like, let's say 10%. It means that you'll be some people have like 30% discounts, by the time you add everything together. So yeah, it's actually one of the cheapest you get to see.
Thank you, Babs. Okay, so we're going to try and make the other questions and answers a bit shorter because we've got 4 more people. All right, Francis Obina, you're next. I'm going to give you access to talk now. Hi, Francis. Please ask one question only. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Hi, Francis. Good evening.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, good day. Okay, I actually enlisted my questions already, but I'm going to just ask the basic one since you said I'm allowed to ask just one question, okay? So I have about 4 questions, but let me ask the major one. Okay, to those traders, one of the challenges we face in Nigeria, a lot of people actually want to go into trading, but one of the challenges they face is the capital. Some of them will tell you they have a low capital to start up. So now, like yesterday, Mr. I've forgotten his name. He actually explained more about. He talked
George.
about yes. He did a lot of explanation, and I was so happy. I loved his explanation, and I learned so much. So, but the major challenge is, he said, instead of us putting our money into hypes, projects, and all the rest, we can actually make good profit from trading. Okay, here is my question now. How can those who have little capital, like $50 or let's say $100, how can they actually make good profits from trading? Because you and I know it's not really that profitable when they start trading on Binance. So that's one of the challenges they experience in Nigeria here. So as a trader, I know I've been experiencing, many people have been asking me that question. So I don't really have an answer because I don't know what to tell them. Yeah.
Okay. So let me give you a question in my opinion, right? One of the things I saw, especially when you look at, because I've had to deal with a lot of students, a lot of young people, and the per capita income in Africa is not that high, right? And so you see people with $20, they want to make money, but sometimes they think this $20 will give them 1 million naira just in 2 days, right? So that's the problem, okay? However, it's possible to actually make money in cryptocurrency without actually having that much capital, right? For instance, a friend wants to buy Bitcoin from you, or let's say you start talking about Bitcoin on your timeline, and someone says, okay, I want to buy Bitcoin, okay? And let's say you look at the price on Binance. The price on Binance is, let's say, $4.50 per dollar, for instance. And then you tell the person, okay, it's $4.60. You buy the Bitcoin for the person, and then give the person the Bitcoin, and you keep your profits, right? Now, that is how almost every P2P trader or OTC trader, started. Most of them started just by being middlemen, helping facilitate transactions, helping people buy or showing people how to buy and charging a fee for that. There are a bunch of ways you can actually raise capital in a legitimate way, okay? Without having to give your money to one business that will be giving you 2% per day. Do you understand? So it's really about positioning yourself as a Bitcoin person and let people look up to you. Let people come to you to learn about Bitcoin. All this knowledge you're getting, go apply it. Teach people about it. People will be interested. You buy for them, you make money. Okay, that's what it's really about. Tomorrow we'll be making a special announcement about how you can actually start, how Binance wants to empower you to actually start teaching people, doing the same thing we are doing here, and actually earning an income from that. We're going to make a massive announcement in that direction tomorrow. But right now, the most important thing you need to know is that even without capital, there were times where people were actually posting on sites like Steam it then, posting on social, like there are blogs where you could just write and just make money, you know, by people liking your post and stuff like that, you know. So there are a variety of ways you can actually raise income, and by the time you raise a sizable amount of money, then you can now, you know, start making a bit more profit than you're making. But no matter how small, even if you put $20, I remember when I started doing cryptocurrency and everything, Bitcoin was like $200 then. Even if you put in $200 in Bitcoin, then now how much will it be? Try it for the long term. So if you have a small amount of money, you want to look at long-term investments, okay? Look at some projects on Binance, you know, buy a couple of them, hold them for the long term, okay? While you're raising capital. Now, why raising capital is important, as he was trying to say, is that if you make 10% on a trade, someone that is trading with $100, if he makes 10%, that 10% is how much? $10, right? But someone that is trading with $1,000, if he makes 10%, that 10% is $100. So the bigger your capital, the higher your profits, and also the bigger your risk as well. So if you lose 10%, you know, you'll be losing way more than someone else, right? So the bottom line is, the first thing you want to do is to pay attention to what we are saying in this class, okay? Listen to what Gray is about to tell you. Listen to what Chris is about to tell you, and start your cryptocurrency journey from there.
All right, Babs, so passionate. All right, let's take the next question. We're running a bit behind, guys, but I understand that your questions are important. So that's why Babs is taking his time to answer them. Biliamino, can you ask your question, please? I have unmuted, I've given you permission to talk. All right, what's your one question? One question, please.
So I have a lot. Let me summarize.
One question. One question, please. Go ahead.
It's about this fiat channel, how to deposit Naira into Binance. I'm a bit confused about the trading.
Okay, so how to deposit Naira on Binance, right?
Yes. But I have been trying, they are telling me.
Okay, they tell you what? Go on. No. What did you say when you tried?
I should add some stuff. I'm not even having it. Some stuff very complicated.
Okay. So just watch this. Okay. Go to Binance. You could even use your app. I love using the Binance app. If you love the Binance app, just say something on the chat box. The Binance app is amazing, right? So
yes.
If you're using your desktop, right, the first thing you want to do is to just click on bank deposits. Okay. Once you click on bank deposit, it will take you to this page. Now, once on this page, just enter the amount you want to trade. If you want to use your card to make a deposit, you can use your card to make a deposit. If you want to use your bank transfer, let's just even do something serious now. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just wrap this up in 2 minutes.
For you, Biliamino, you're very lucky today.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So now watch this. Now this has generated an account number for me. So I've opened my mobile banking app, and I'm going to send this 2,000 Naira to Wema Bank. Okay. Now, sometimes the bank may not be Wema Bank. It may be High Street Bank. So this is Flutterwave. This place is managed by Flutterwave. Okay. So it could be any bank that they are working with at that point in time. But the point is, once it generates this account number for you, you send the account number. If you are confused about the bank and you're not sure, just join the Binance Nigeria Telegram group and ask there, okay, which bank is this bank? Flutterwave Bank, because there was a time where that was an issue. So you can always confirm that. And in the transaction description, you can write anything. Don't write Bitcoin, write, payment for my shoes or something. Just write anything that you can use to remember, right? And then, so I'm just going to send in now. So the money is sent. Let's see how long it will take. So once you've sent the money, don't forget to click on I have made this bank transfer. It's very important. So it's going to start counting down now. So now this would just take as long as a normal transaction would take. So if you send me your account number now and I send you money, that time, sometimes it might take 1 minute, sometimes it might take 2 hours. Okay. That exact time frame is the same time frame it would take for the money to get here. So this is not anything special, but a simple bank transfer. So now I'm sending money to Wema Bank. Okay. And once the money hits this Wema Bank account, it will automatically, just show me that it is successful. If by the end of this countdown, it does not hit the account, because typically it happens within 5 minutes on the average. But if it happens outside of this time frame, what will just happen is that Binance will just tell you that don't worry, go do what you want to do. Once it comes in, it will just reflect automatically on your account. So this is how all you need to make a deposit. All you need to make a deposit. I'm going to keep sharing my screen, but I've answered the question. So we'll just watch this, and once it hits the account, we'll just see it's there. Thank you very much.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to let Rishi ask a question now. Rishi Mohan, you can now speak while we're waiting for Babs.
Yeah, I'm from India. I've applied for P2P merchant program. So I've not received any response from Telegram or on email. So any particular requirement for that to qualify as a merchant?
Okay, so first of all, to become a merchant, there are a bunch of things you have to be aware of. Okay, now let me just explain for the sake of people that do not understand what a P2P merchant is. On Binance P2P, anybody can place an order. Okay, you can just come here and you can create your ad, and then you see your name here, and you just be happy with yourself, right? But there are some people that are called merchants. Those people are very special people, and they have a verified, just like Twitter, you see verified account. They have a verified ticker associated with their name. It means that Binance has interviewed them and we know them, so they are not going to scam you. Okay, but every other person would just be normal. Like this guy, he has completed a lot of orders, but he doesn't have like verification yet. Now, probably he has applied for verification, but he hasn't done enough transactions. Even outside Binance, he has to bring a lot of records and stuff just to show that he's someone that has been trading for a while. And if he passes the test that they will give to him, it will be verified after a period of time. So now, if you apply to be verified as a merchant and you haven't been verified yet, what you would do is just chat up the support. There's a live chat on the app. Just chat them up and just tell them that, okay, you want, or if you can join the Binance Nigeria Telegram group or join any of the official Telegram groups of Binance, they will connect you with the P2P person. Okay, so the P2P person for Africa, his name is Bash. He's not here on this call. But if you were in Africa, I probably would have helped you with his contact on Telegram, so you can just chat up with him. But otherwise, what you want to do is very simple. Do you have a Telegram group in India? Are you there?
I disabled talking, but yes, they do have a Telegram group in India.
Okay, fantastic. Go there and ask questions. Also ask on the live chats. And I'm sure that, or you can drop your Binance ID for any of the angels, and we'll just help you ask if you have actually filled the form before. That's this form here. There's a form here for you to fill. So if you fill the form here, then you get it in.
Thank you, Babs. We have a question from Emmanuel Okung.
Okay.
Hi, Emmanuel.
Okay,
this deposit that's going. Yeah.
Oh, I can see the deposit. Okay, good day, everyone. How are we doing today? All right. I wanted to ask, if you make a P2P payment, like when we were looking at the P2P side of things, we saw that we have to transfer the money to the bank account number of the person. Now, how do we know that the money has gotten to the person and probably our Bitcoin or the coin that we buy would be sent to us, right? Because sometimes the money does not get there and sometimes it gets stuck along the way. So I just want to understand that.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, this is a very, very simple process, okay? And I can understand those concerns. So the way we've structured the P2P, okay, and the way P2P works generally in cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency space is very simple, okay? On Binance, just imagine this. On Binance, you have Naira, okay? And let's say there's no direct fiat, where you can deposit or you want to use your card, but and you want to buy from P2P markets. Maybe you see a price you really like. Now, I want to buy from this guy. Once I hit here, it will tell me, okay, how much do I want to buy, and let's see. Okay. Buy now. And then generates the account number for me, right? Now, once the account number is generated, okay, what I would see is an opportunity to pay that person and also get confirmation, right? So this account number has shown, okay, I'm going to pay in money to this account. I can call this guy to say, oh, hey man, I just paid in money into your account. Please check. Okay. Now I'm supposed to make this payment in 16 minutes. Okay. Now, once I make this payment and he receives the payment, he's going to confirm, and then the money will leave his account to my account. Now, what you're asking for is, what if in a situation where I send him the money and he hasn't seen it? So typically, when you send him the money and he hasn't seen it, he's just going to tell you that, oh, I haven't seen this money. I have to wait, because he has to wait till the money gets to his account. Okay. So, but what would happen is, once you make payment, you can just click on I have transferred and next. Then this time I will stop counting. Okay. So this time I would no more be counting again. Why? Because you have made the payments. So it will now be waiting for him to confirm for you. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't pay the money before the timer counts out, the order will automatically disappear. Okay, and that will be an issue. So make sure that maybe you pay, you hit transferred, right? Now, when he doesn't receive the money and he delays the confirmation, it's fine. Okay, he can't run away with your money because you've already hit the transferred button. So only you can cancel. You know, so his money is locked and he's waiting for the amount of money you sent to get into his bank account. There are a lot of reasons that can cause a delay in a bank transfer. Network issues, you know, maybe his bank is having troubles, maybe your bank is having troubles, maybe the thing is even coming back to your account. A bunch of things can happen. So once you just wait a bit till the money hits his account, then it will be resolved. Now, if he receives the money and he doesn't want to release the money, the tokens to you, or you feel that he has received the money, or you just don't trust him, what you can do is to raise a dispute. There's something called dispute. What they will just ask is simple. You can, aside from the fact that you can chat with him here, all chats here are seen by Binance team. Okay, the dispute resolution team. So once you tell him that, hey man, I just sent you money, he says he hasn't seen it, you wait for like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, he hasn't seen it, you can raise a dispute. Okay, and then say that, oh, I sent this guy money and he hasn't confirmed yet. They will ask you to, you know, drop your statements or a proof of payment and all that. You just provide those details, you know, and they also ask him to also provide the details that he hasn't received the money. Okay, and you know, you can't lie about your bank statement, so he has to bring his bank statement from his bank, and then they will compare the both of them, and one person would have received it at one point, or if nobody has received it, then you guys just wait for the money to arrive. So it's a very simple resolution process, but it hardly happens. When you send money, typically it will go 90% of the time. Okay, so those are the issues, and nobody can run away with your Bitcoin, nobody can run away with your money. Why? Because you have to hit confirm before the money will. So don't hit confirm when you have not seen the money. That's the first principle. And also, don't hit cancel when you have paid. Okay, so you just have to be very careful. Why? Because it's a very, very simple system. You know, there's an escrow that holds the funds. So you guys don't have to trust each other. Just trust that the money is secured. Trust that he has the money. Like right now, I know that I want to pay 100,000 Naira for this amount of USDT. I trust that this guy has this coin, not because he's telling me that he has it, but because Binance is telling me that they've locked this money and they are waiting for me to pay him. Okay, so that is just how it works in a very simple way.
Awesome. Last question, and then we're going straight to Gray, please. And look, we're going to try and keep this short. Rachel Caballero, thank you. Hi, Rachel. I've let you speak now. Talking is permitted. Can you ask your question, please?
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My question is about the crypto loans. I would like to know the time period, over what time period a user is supposed to pay back the loan. Is it preset, or do I have to specify?
So there are different time periods. There's 7 days, there's 14 days, there's 30 days, there's 90 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. All right, Babs, you answered quite a lot of questions and you answered them very in-depth. Okay, guys, so without further ado, actually, no, before we do that, I just remembered something. A lot of you have been asking about YouTube recordings. Recordings of this event. We are streaming live on YouTube. Every video that's on YouTube is going to be there permanently. So the YouTube link that we've been sharing in the chat function, and those of you on Zoom, that link is the link that's going to be there permanently. So you can go back and watch it. And if you search Binance Masterclass on YouTube, you see yesterday's video. What I'm going to do is share yesterday's video in the chat function here on Zoom and also in the chat function on YouTube. So you have that. And then today's video, I'll share it here again on Zoom. And those of you on YouTube, what you're watching, that video will be there after. Okay. Babs, I think your laptop is frozen. So you might need to turn off your video. Okay, you're back. Hi, Babs. Okay, without further ado, I'd really love to welcome our second speaker today, Gray Jabesi, all the way from South Africa. Not really all the way because it's virtual. I'll do a quick intro, and Gray, let me know if I'm correct. You know, you're an entrepreneur, a blockchain enthusiast, crypto evangelist. You are an event panel host and the producer of the Gray Avenue podcast, where you interview prominent business personalities and influencers, and you have a background in IT and visual comms. But today you're going to be talking to us about all things DeFi. Gray, can you please put your video on and your audio if you can? Yes, Gray BTC. Also, Gray, you've got a lot of fans. You've got a lot of fans here.
Can you guys see me?
Yes, we can see you. Nice to see you, Gray. How are you today?
All good, all good. Thanks for everyone from around the world from being here. I thought it was only people from the continent, but we have even more, some people from India and all other parts of the world. So thanks to everyone for being here. I will share my screen in a sec, but I just want to say to everyone that I'm personally thankful for being here. Bitcoin itself changed my life. I used to be a gardener before. 8 years ago, I was working at other people's gardens, mowing lawns and stuff. And then 6 years ago, I was doing freelance graphic design, right? And a little bit after that, I ended up finding Bitcoin. And then when I learned about it, it just clicked in my head, like, you know what, this is the greatest opportunity that I've ever been exposed to. You know, immediately I could think global after that. So I'm very thankful for being here and that I found Bitcoin. I am the founder of Crypto University. I ended up finding Crypto University since I joined. I started my Bitcoin journey. Just going to share my screen here real quick. Oh yeah. Oh, panelists only who can share. Okay, I'm trying to see the settings here. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, perfect, right? Perfect.
Yes, we can see it. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I ended up finding Buy Bitcoin Malawi is a platform where people can simply buy and sell cryptocurrency in Malawi. It's an exchange. I founded this 2 years ago. It's been doing incredibly well. And on Monday, we're actually launching our application called Kodl to allow Malawians to now be able to buy cryptocurrencies using their phone, and simply we have made partnerships with banks and all that kind of stuff. I started this 2 years ago, and then I also founded Crypto University, which is now the largest training platform for those who want to learn cryptocurrency investing and trading, because I heard here there's so many people that are just getting started. So Crypto University is there for you to show you step by step, everything in one place. And then you'll be able to learn everything about crypto trading, investing, and so on and so forth. Why I'm saying this is because sometimes cryptocurrency may come across to people as something you have to be sort of a technical person or somewhat special to do it, or it's very difficult. On my side, I don't even have any college degree. I've never been to college even for one day. I just did the high school thing, and then I started hustling around. So cryptocurrency is a great opportunity for everyone. Anyone out there can do it. It really just takes the willingness to learn and do do what you're required to do. Some of you might know me from my YouTube channel, Hardcore Crypto, which is the largest cryptocurrency YouTube channel in Africa. It's also one of the top cryptocurrency YouTube channels in the world. So today I'll be discussing with you guys about decentralized finance, in which some of it has already been covered a little bit. But I'll give you an overview, but I'll also show you how it works and how you can take advantage of it. And the sort of the products that are available on Binance to be able to interact with some of these things. So, I mean, I don't really like very long presentations myself. Thanks to the host of the event for giving me a lot of time, but I'll try to keep this short. So in terms of DeFi, I'll call this the beginner's guide to passive income. So this concept might sound a little odd to people that, hey, you know, you're talking about crypto and passive income. How does that even work? The way it works is that there's this thing called DeFi. Some of you guys have heard about it before. DeFi simply means decentralized finance, right? And there's nothing special about it. It's things that we know, but they exist only in the traditional markets, right? It's about putting your money to work. Pretty much, it's as easy as that. You put your money at work. There's this concept of that rich people already understand, is that, look, anybody can make money. What matters though, the difference is what you can do with the money to make sure that you can make more money with it, right? So DeFi partly solves that kind of problem, because before decentralized finance was here, we used to just hold our cryptocurrency coins. The only way to make money was through price appreciation. Just like I started buying Bitcoin when it was about $700 or $800 back in the day. I sold my car and everything. I bought some Bitcoins then. Since then, I was working for Bitcoins only. The only gains that I've seen from that was watching the price of my crypto going up. But then imagine in the traditional finance where you can take your money, put it in a certain place and get rewarded for it. So this is a very important point, because a lot of people like the idea of passive income without doing anything for it, right? That's why there's a lot of scammers, especially in Africa, that sell this idea that, hey, send us your Bitcoins and you'll be earning this daily. Except that those guys are not selling anything legitimate, because if you look into it, you see that there is no method how they can explain how that money is being made. They will tell you that there's bots that do this, or they trade for you and all that, and then they keep stealing people's money. So in DeFi, I'll start with this here. I'll start with pools, because it's a very easy concept to understand. And Binance also has a product that allow you to participate in a thing like this. So this is almost like a candy jar, this concept of liquidity, because this is where the money is made, right? You make money not simply because you take your money, you put it in a Binance or any other protocol that promises to return you a little bit of money. You make money because the money that is put in the jar is put to work. Much like we put money in the bank. I mean, some people keep money in the bank simply because they don't have any place in their house to keep it. They're scared to keep it themselves. But people with too much money, right? The rich people, they keep money in the bank because they want to get interest. So the interest can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% or whatever it is. And they're able to live off that or to do something with that money. I remember one of the people I was working for, a client of mine, he was telling me that, you know, you can take, he said that year he was living off interest. He said, you know what? I just put some money in the bank last year and they paid me the interest, and that was enough money for me. The interest rate was high. So that money was enough for me to live this entire year without spending any of my own money, right? So my net worth at the time maybe was $200, right? I didn't even understand. I was like, what the hell is this going on? How does that even work? So the problem is that those kind of opportunities are there, or in banks or other areas, but they have never been easily accessible to people like you and me, right? Providing liquidity, because if you put money in the banks don't just keep the money and sleep with it. They take the money, put it to work by borrowing it to other people, entrepreneurs and so on and so forth. They would borrow it to Dangote. Dangote will build the largest refinery, and then the refinery will start making money, and the Dangote starts paying back the bank, but it will pay back a lot more than he borrowed from the bank, right? The bank will take some of that. They will give some of it to you because you are the lender. The money is yours, but the bank is just taking advantage of your money to make more money with it. So that is the concept. So this candy jar here represents a liquidity pool. So liquidity pool based swapping, this is liquidity pool based swapping. Normal trading relies on order book of willing buyer and willing seller. So what this means is that when we're trading on Binance, let me go to my Binance quickly. When I go into my trading desk, you'll be able to see that we have numbers moving up and down. This thing just keep on going, right? And we have this red, people in the red and people in the green. The greens are sellers. Sorry, the green are the buyers, want to buy, and the red are the sellers, right? A trade only happens when two of these people agree on the same price. Right now, the price of Bitcoin is 11,351, right? If I put an order to buy Bitcoin, if I say I want to buy Bitcoin at 11,300, the order is not going to go through because the best available or price is 11,351, right? So until someone is willing to sell his Bitcoin at 11,350 or 11,300, that's the only time that my order will fail. So you understand that when you're buying Bitcoin from any exchange, Binance or whatever, any order book based, this is an order book based exchange, you're not really buying the Bitcoin from Binance. Binance is just a marketplace to allow sellers and buyers to meet to make things happen. That's perfectly fine. But then because the market is now evolving, there is now this concept of swapping, meaning that instead of you waiting to wait for another person to sell you the Bitcoin when you want it, you can simply just create a market which you put a bunch of coins in one place. And if you have one token that you want to get from the candy jar, you can deposit a different coin. So pretty much just swapping. So you don't have to wait for another person to allow you to buy a token. So let's assume in this candy jar, we have yellow and red candy, right? And the people that have put the candy in this jar are, we call them the liquidity providers, right? And those can be you and me. We'll put our money in there to put our money to work. And when someone else wants to get a yellow, so we put in two different colors, right? Yellow and red. Now, we have 10 in total, 10 candy. And if someone wants to come and get yellow candy, they need to deposit a red candy in there. So they can swap a yellow and a red because we have both. We have the red and we have the yellow. For you to take the red, you need to deposit the yellow. So let's say you come in and say, I want to take, I have green candy, but I want to take the red candy. So you put in the red candy. So you take out the red candy, you put in the green candy, we make an exchange, but then you will pay a little bit of a fee, right? And there is mechanics now that there will be an arbitrage opportunity that will make sure the jar is balanced, because the jar always gotta have two types of coins, the red and the yellow, like we say in our example. So there are two tokens in each pool. The relative amount of tokens determines the price between them and can always be traded as long as there is corresponding tokens in the pool. This is exactly what I just explained now. Like usually most pools have two tokens in them, right? So in the coins now, you can have BNB token and say Ethereum. You have two tokens and they have the same ratio, 5 Ethereum, and then the equivalent amount of that in BNB to make sure the numbers match. So why is this important? Why is this an innovative way to handle trading and exchanging? This is incredible if you because it can be fast, low fees, and non-custodial, right? It means that Binance does not have to take our money directly, or an exchange does not necessarily have to take our money and put it in their wallet. They can simply write a smart contract that now sort of facilitate how this process happens directly without sort of any intermediary meddling with our funds. It also means that because there's no intermediary necessarily all the time that is controlling our funds, we can simply be able to withdraw our money whenever we want. Number 3, you can have decentralized finance, which like the protocols like compound and so on and so forth, where you don't even need to sign up. Nobody need to know your name. As long as you have a wallet address with some coins in there, you can participate, right? Which means that you cannot be barred. Like, you know, there are people, my friends in Zimbabwe right now, they can't not get verified on Binance because of the politics, right? Which I think it's a very nasty thing, to be honest. I don't like that. It's like you're punishing a bunch of people for something that they didn't even know about. So, but then Binance have to abide by the rules, right? So this model of exchanging tokens using liquidity pools, especially if it's decentralized, it's incredible. And it's now an opportunity now for you and I to be able to make money by lending our coins. So imagine if you were buying Bitcoins 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, or now, you, instead of just waiting to make your money from your cryptocurrency when the price go up, you could be earning something on the side, a little bit of interest every year. And right now we're still at the beginning of this crypto revolution. So the high interest rates will continue. If you look at the average rates in crypto right now, they're starting from 8%, mostly going up, APY, annual percentage yield. If you compare it to most banks right now, banks are at almost zero interest rates, the biggest ones, most of them around the world, and then lower and lower in other countries. In Africa, they can offer you a high interest rate, but then you'll also see that your inflation rate is even higher than the interest rate, which defeats the entire idea of you putting money in the bank as well. So, you know, this is not financial advice, but it's things that are very, very important to know, especially if your goal is to make money. Okay, so I think I've understood, I've explained the idea of a liquidity pool and how it works. Again, this allows, because it's not people putting trades on and off, it's pools that are coins that are waiting. Programmers can now be able to create new products that can borrow money and lend money. But also you can supply other exchanges with liquidity, because software can simply come in and take the funds itself and do what it has to do, as long as you allowed it to do that. So it means that you don't have to be trading your tokens all the time. There are ways that software is helping people to trade arbitrage in these liquidity pools, right? Which is a very gnarly task that a human being would struggle to do it. So this is an incredible way to make money if you're doing this kind of activity. We'll get to the questions. I see a lot of people raising hands, but I will just continue with the flow, and then later on we can look into the questions. Okay, so let's look into the Binance liquidity swap. So it allows you to swap tokens, provide liquidity and earn. I explained this concept. You're providing liquidity to the market and you earn, and you can redeem any time. So I've never gone to college again. I'm not really too big into theory. Let's get to work, and I show you exactly how this works in a practical way, because that's really the most important part. So if you have signed, if you signed in your Binance, this is the desk, the front page. All you need to go is to now go to Binance, and you can go to Liquid Swap. And this is the Liquid Swap page. So you'll see a few things on this page. You have 7-day APY, which is, the APY means annual percentage yield, which is if you had to do that activity for a year, how much money would you make, right? So if you had to add liquidity of BUSD and USDT, you would earn about 17.1% annualized, obviously, right? And that means this is a rate that you can earn if you had to put money a year, by the way. But you can earn even after 24 hours. It's just that you're not going to be able to maximize the entire 17%. And another important factor to know is that this 17% is a float. So because of the demand and supply of these liquidity pools, this can go up and it can also go down. But the underlying asset that you have in there cannot be lost in terms of losing value itself from the liquidity pool. There are risks, but I'll explain that a little bit later. So you can see this pool is Binance USD and USDT. You will see that it's two pairs. This one is BUSD and DAI, USDT DAI. So BUSD, for those of you who don't know, it's Binance USD is a stable coin, which is 1-to-1 to the dollar. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. If you have one BSD, it's the same as having $1. But why do you have two pairs of the token? Again, it's because these liquidity pools, mainly, they have pairs of tokens. It can be two. There are other technologies right now that they even support 5 coins or something. But most of them, you see that it's a pair. So you need an equivalent amount of those tokens to be able to put them together. Here, the BUSD DAI has an APY of 29%. And this one here has a 22%, and this one here has a 17%. Now, these are all stable coins, right? Meaning that if you deposit $10,000 in here, your $10,000 will be there because the stable coins don't go up and down in theory, right? They don't have to go up and down. They're trying to aim for the US dollar peg. So your money will always be fine in terms of range. You don't have to worry about the Bitcoin volatility or anything like that. But the risk that you have to counter or deal with is which coin to pick among these, because you have all these are stable coins. Fantastic. But each stablecoin has different mechanics of how it works. Like DAI is completely based on cryptocurrency on the Ethereum blockchain. It uses cryptocurrency in mathematics to keep its price to $1. It's collateralized by Ethereum, the cryptocurrency. Whereas USDT is backed by, in theory, is backed by US dollars. The amount of USDT that exists in the world must match the amount of money that the USDT, the company that issues this token, has. So you see, everybody will be like, why go for 17% when I can go for 29%? Well, you need to measure now the mechanics of the risk that each one of the stablecoin bears behind it, and also which one of those do you want to hold. So this is a very complicated thing of the stablecoins and which one to choose. But these are the types of things that you'll find in Crypto University. I teach these things pretty much step by step. You'll be able to understand them and learn more about it. For the sake of this presentation, I'm just going to keep going. So you see here you have add and redeem. Add is when you want to add some liquidity. So for example here, amount you can deposit is from 10 USDT, meaning that $10 really, you can really provide liquidity in the Binance liquid pool, and then you'll be able to earn a little bit of interest. So let's say I have BUSD and I also have USDT. So I'll start to put I'll put 50 for the sake of an example of this video. And it has issued a 60, I need 66 BUSD to be able to do that. This is completely based on how Binance measure the risk of these two different coins. The ratio here is a little bit different. It's not 1-to-1. And I would say I have read the terms and conditions. So here you got the price. It's showing you that one BUSD is equal to 0.9999 USDT, which is technically almost $1. And share is 57. And then share of the pool is, my share of the pool in this pool that I'm entering is 0.0001%, very tiny, right? 7-day APY. In the next 7 days, right? Currently, as long as I'm entering the market now, my APY will be calculated based on this number. And if I decide to move out tomorrow or the next day, it will calculate my APY based on this number, and calculating, obviously, denominating it to the amount of time that I have been there. So if you want to do the math, you could say if the APY is 17%, it means that that's 12 months, right? And then you can start subdividing it into weeks and days and hours and stuff like that if you want to do the math yourself. And I would simply say, so the current pool size, sorry, this is also very important. The current pool size is 800, let's see. Okay, yeah, so this is 83 million that is staked within this pool, and which I think is really huge. And here you have 62 million worth of USDT. So you see, there's a lot of money in here. A lot of people are putting in a lot of money to earn for easy interest at the moment, and you simply go add. You have liquidity adding, And there we go. My liquidity has been added. I can view my share if I want. And this is my share, my current share value, and my unrealized P&L. Right now, I've already made $0.005, right? So as the days go, you would see this number here being increased. Now, because these coins were in my wallet, but now I have supplied them into the Binance pool, I cannot also use the same coins to trade. If I want to now use them, I should be able to go to redeem and redeem these coins, and then I would take them out, and then they would start being used for trading again. So this is my liquidity history. Here it says pending, but definitely it will get verified and everything will be fantastically good. Moving on to the next point to keep this short. The next point is, so it's all about farming. And this is another important point, which is a little different, but it's somewhat similar to what we're talking about, right? So liquidity mining is the next thing that I want to talk about. If you watch me on my channel, you know I'm a yield farmer. I farm tokens, pretty much using the tokens that I already have to get more tokens, moving around different protocols and stuff like that. But Binance has an incredible Launchpool that allows you to do this within the Binance ecosystem, which is great because a lot of people don't have enough experience with crypto in general, and it can be very taxing for you to start going different exchanges back and forth in kind of a decentralized exchanges and hunting for liquidity, and it can be risky as well. But those are the things that are in Crypto University. You'll be able to learn them in detail. So liquidity mining is a community-based, data-driven approach to market make, in which a token issuer or exchange can reward a pool of miners to provide liquidity for a specific token. Binance Launchpool is what we're going to discuss now. But quickly, I want to take you guys on coin market cap for a second. Because I don't know everyone's level of expertise in crypto and how long they've been there. But look, in the world, as we speak now, we have on coin market alone that are listed, we have over 7,371 cryptocurrencies, a lot of them, you know, trying to solve different problems. You can imagine these as a combination of stocks and commodities in one list, basically. So each one of these tokens represent different things. And the blockchain community is growing so fast. So many companies trying to create their own tokens to solve a different problem. And like in Africa, you have heard that Akon is also even creating his own coin called Akoin, right? To solve also a different problem, which I think is very important as an example. Now, if you want to list a token on Binance, right? You would have to go through a process in the Binance ecosystem for them to allow you to list it. And one of the ways you can do it is through the Launchpool. And before we even get into the Launchpool or make it very specific to Binance, this is a practice where someone would tell you that, okay, look, we have a product here that we're doing. If you put your coins in this jar, we can go back to the jar again. Maybe let's do that. So we can say this is the same jar now. There is a new concept of the jar saying that, you know what? If you put your coins in this jar, we're now going to be giving you more jars, more candy, but different ones. So let's say we're going to be giving you stony candy. That is very strong, right? Or it can be gold. Yeah, it can be gold candy. So you put all your candy in this jar, and you'll be receiving you'll be receiving a completely different candy, but it's gold, right? Before what we just did right now, what I showed you, by adding liquidity, you're earning the same token that you pretty much you staking, right? So if you put USDT, you're earning USDT. BUSD, you're earning BUSD. But in this instance is that you're earning other tokens by providing liquidity into different markets. So it's just an easy way for you to grow your money on money that you already have. So on Binance, it happens with BNB. In other protocols, it happens with different types of coins. Some of them will tell you that, hey, put Ethereum in this liquidity pool, and it will be giving you X token, because you're helping provide liquidity to the market. So if I already have Ethereum or if I already have BNB, why should I not put my coins in there and then wait for free tokens that I'll get from that project? There's absolutely no reason why I shouldn't be collecting money. I manage a portfolio. I'm in South Africa at the moment, so it's valued in a couple of million rand with my own money and other people's money, and about 18% of that portfolio right now. It will make 18% out of money that we already had, just by simply doing liquidity mining and so on. And so we're using DeFi basically without even the trading side, just by staking our coins, using launch pools and stuff like that to accumulate more coins. We have actually now been able to benchmark a good 17% of that. Almost no high risk. It's lower risk than trading if you think about it. So that's how it works. So on Binance, we now have the launch pool. Like I said, the launch pool means if Acorn wants to list his coin on Binance, he would apply to Binance, say, hey, I have an Acorn, it's doing A, B, and C, and I really want to do something with you guys. Have my coin on your I want to have my coin on your platform. And then if Binance allows them, they can say, okay, one of the best things to grow your coins, you always want to have a coin that many people have. That's why Bitcoin is the strongest, because so many people have it. So it has the sort of the network effect. Everybody who issue a new token wants the tokens to be had to and as many people as possible. So that's why in crypto, we have seen people giving away free coins all the time. We have airdrops. Just 3 weeks ago, Uniswap issued about 400 uni tokens. For people who are on my YouTube channel know about this. I made about over $4,000 for free because I was simply using a Uniswap, which is a decentralized protocol, right? So why did they do that? Because the token had to be had by their community for what they're trying to do to work. Sometimes these things don't make sense to people, but once you get more into crypto, you will see why the value is there. So if Acorn, when I launch his coin here, he needs many people to have it. And are you just going to give it to everyone? Well, you want to give it to as many people as possible, but you want to incentivize people who say are already in crypto, because they already understand the cryptocurrency market. They're more likely to do something about it, right? So what they will do, they will say, okay, let's go to Binance. And Binance will say, okay, we can distribute your coins, give it away to like 20,000 people who hold BNB, or everybody who is holding BNB, as a way to incentivize our BNB holders, because BNB is a Binance token, right? So Acorn will say, okay, let's go ahead. So if you're holding BNB, you will receive a ratio of the Acorn based on the amount of BNB that you hold. The more coins you hold, the more money you're more likely to get. They can make it in two ways. Say it's either it's going to be an equal amount to everyone, or the more coins you hold already, the more free money you will receive, more free tokens. So let's go to have a look at how that works. So if you go and you go to Binance Earn, you go to Finance here, and you can go to Binance Earn. It says earn crypto while you sleep. You click on there, and that would take you to the Binance pool. And it says that flexible savings and fixed terms, locked staking, DeFi staking, and so on and so forth. So this is all about earning crypto while you sleep, right? And there's different ways to do it. There's the flexible way to do it, where you deposit crypto and earn rewards. This means that you can deposit your money and you will be able to earn without having a locked period of time of when you should have your coins locked up. You can say, I'm going to lock my coins up for now. Tomorrow you want them, you withdraw, no problem. And the other ones that have time period where you have to stake maybe for a month, 2-3 months, or whatever. But then they also have much more incentives. So what I'm interested in to talk about here is this here, right? The launch pool is what I was telling you guys about. So the launch pool right now, for example, if I click visit launch pool, it's going to take me to the launch pool. And you can see a token launch platform for transformative projects. So if I was Acorn, I want to launch my Acorn here, I would have simply just click apply launch and apply if Binance will allow me. But since I'm just a farmer, I'm a yield farmer, I'm looking for the best yield farms, I would come in here and start looking what's going on, right? So stake BNB earn alpha, okay? What this means is that alpha is a new project, and it made a deal with Binance to list on Binance. And before they launch, they say, okay, you know, we're going to give, say, 8 million alpha tokens to BNB holders. And Binance is like, no problem. And the people just have to stake BNB tokens. So you can simply say, stake now if this is what you want to get into. But obviously, you should always do a research of the coin that you want if you care. If you just want as much free tokens as you want, you know, you can, you don't have to worry about it, because you're not making a trade as such, because your BNB tokens are still going to be alive on Binance and safe. So you don't have to worry much about it. You also have the Venus BNB, and here the reward progress is 66%, which means it's almost over. And if the farming period of 30 days and end time is going to end on the 29th of this month, right? So if I would enter anything here, I would be entering something like this, for example, right? Because it has a reward progress of only 45%. But obviously, there's different variations. I would have to analyze the Flamingo project itself or Venus project and see which one is worth for me to even care to do it. There were Bella protocol, which this already completed. I got my free coins. There was Wing, I got my free coins. So as an example, let's say I want to get some Flamingo, right? I want to enter this pool. You're going to stake BNB, earn FLM. And I'll just go stake now. And I have 5 BNB as for example, for the sake of this video. Then I would simply just click stake. If you're already staking something, you would have just clicked redeem. But right now I don't have any coins staked. So the total in the pool right now to know is 5 million, 5.6 million in the pool right now, Flamingo. And staking token is BNB, farming period 30 days. This is all important. Annual percentage yield. So this is, you'll be making 22.6% APY. That is annualized, okay, on the BNB that you are staking, but it will get paid in this Flamingo token. So if I want to stake, I just click here. If I want to stake all my BNB, I just click max. Let's say I just want to stake 2. Maybe we might need the other BNB for another example. And I would go stake. There we go, right? And that's it. You can see already now I've been 2 BNB staked. And when my reward starts coming, it will start showing here on the right side on my rewards. And that's how you can simply make the free money. So and you see time until farming ends, it's 16 days. So you know that in the next 16 days, you will be making about 22% APY within, at least within that 16-day period that it has to go, which I think is incredible. So you can see that making money in cryptocurrency is not as complicated as the banks and all these complicated financial products that are there, that you need to be in a certain country. They care about which country you are, too much paperwork, and so on and so forth. Here, sign in your Binance, you buy whatever token you want to buy to expose yourself to into a staking pool. You go into the pool, you put money in there when you want to withdraw anytime you want, and so on and so forth. I will go back to the earn page, because there's a couple of things I also want to show you before I close. If you go to the earn, you would see that there are different types of pools here. There's the locked pool. Here, it means that you need to put your tokens in for about 7-day duration. So if you lock your coins here, it will take 7 days for you to actually take your money. You cannot just withdraw at any time. It's almost like a fixed account, a fixed deposit account in the bank, which used to be popular back in the day. And this is very important. So you need to know which pools you want to get into. Do you want the flexible or these other locked ones, and so on and so forth. And this is where you find the launch pool here. So I will move in. These are some of these things you guys can take your time, get into Binance and really just look into them and then learn more about it. I will continue with my presentation. And next thing is there is always risk involved, okay? And when it comes to risk, I think different people have a different way of understanding risk, but it's also very important to just care about what could go wrong. Usually people go blindly. I think most people don't think of risk as I think of risk as an object personally, right? And some people just don't. That's why they would read. I usually get messages of somebody saying, "Hey, I invested my crypto with Mr. Thomas, and then he say I'll get my money back in 2 days, and now I haven't received anything. Do you think I should trust him?" So I'm like, hey, you're saying that Mr. Thomas as if I know him, or you don't even know if he's a real person, right? So it's just a different perspective of risk to begin with that people have. So it's important to understand a little bit of the mechanics of how these things happen, right? This is not free money. It's not Binance giving or dishing away 17% APY to everybody, 10% APY to everybody, just for the sake of it. The money is going to work. There is smart contracts involved, computers doing their work to make sure that this actually work, and things could go wrong. So the biggest risk in these liquidity pools is the inventory risk, right? The risk of negative changes in inventory value as a result of market making. For instance, if price drops significantly in a short period of time and a market maker accumulates a large position in the assets due to continual fills of their market makers' buyer orders, their overall inventory value may be lower. So like I said before, let's go back to the jar, right? If you have 10 red bubble gums here, and you also have 10 green bubble gums, you have a total of 20. All the time, this jar must be filled with the same ratio of candy, right? 10 bubble gums, but of different colors. Now, what happens is, imagine if you come in and say, okay, you have 10 of red in there, and you have 10 of yellow in the jar. I might be mixing these colors around, but we have two colors, right? Red, let's work with red and yellow. Now, if I come in with an extra candy, a yellow one, and I put the yellow in and I take the red, what happens? Now the jar has more yellow candy, right? The number is still 20, but now it has more yellow candy and less red. Red is now at 9 and yellow is at 11, right? And that is a problem, because the prices works based on this mechanism. Prices works on supply and demand. Now, this will mean that the price of yellow candy will go lower, because in this liquidity pool, we have too much of it. So we need to make sure that we sell the yellow as fast as we can to make sure that somebody brings in the red and we balance it again. Now, if it happens that now there's too much demand of one candy, and we're having too much of one candy on one side and less on the other, what happens in that it forms an arbitrage market where somebody would buy, because nobody decides the prices for these tokens. It's the smart contracts themselves. So liquidity are sort of arbitrage traders, people who have software now to deal with this kind of stuff. They would now just buy as much as they can in that pool to drain the price, and then you could lose a little bit of your money or even more. That's a legitimate risk. So you need to know more about this stuff, but it's just it's a serious thing to think about when you're doing some of these things. Different pools have different risk levels. So it depends on how risk averse are you and what's your risk appetite. Number two is that, like you saw before here, we used BNB. So the risk you can face with that, you would face the same bankroller kind of risk, whereas I like to call it the inflation risk, right? This is where you bought BNB, you bought, let's say, $10,000 or let's say $100,000 of BNB, right? You're aiming for 17% to earn in whatever pool that you're in, right? So let's say at the end of the year, on average, you earn exactly 17%. You hit the target. of the money that you already had. The challenge that you're going to have is that of now having, if the price of BNB drops by 20%, but you have made 17% in APY, that is a serious problem, because you have maybe accumulated more tokens, but you're losing at dollar value. So it depends on how you look at it. If you look at this as, I just want to accumulate more BNB tokens, perfectly fine. You know, it doesn't matter what the price is. Maybe you're looking at the longer horizon of the price of BNB, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you're looking at dollar values that you don't want to go down or go up, you don't want to expose yourself to volatility of the market, then you don't have to, you need to counter risk maybe by using stable coins, because their prices don't go up and down. So in the stable coin world, if it's 17%, you could earn the 17% annualized. No problem. That's fantastically cool. But the problem you're going to have also is that you're not exposed to the potential growth or upside of the cryptocurrency. So someone in the stablecoin, he's a little bit safer because he doesn't have the downside of cryptos going down. But someone in BNB, he has a risk that he can earn, he could earn in a good way, earn his 17% or whatever the interest rate is. But the problem is the price could go down of BNB, but also the price could go up, maybe double in price. I bought my BNB tokens when they were $4, right? Right now it's almost $28. I've made an incredible gains for me during that period, right? But the opposite could have also happened. So in my case, in that way, it worked out for me that, okay, I made money over the price appreciation, but also if I was staking the coins, I'm making money off the staking, which is cool as well. So you just have to now counter these risks and see what's comfortable for you. Again, always remember to back up your, to turn on two-factor authenticators on your Binance account to make sure that nobody will be able to access your funds and so on and so forth. And otherwise, I think those are the most important thing. And with the way I've explained this, I think I can even, I can skip this slide because I've already explained the risk that I was talking about. And as a reminder, there's always risks when you're dealing with DeFi, like I said. But when it comes to now mitigating that risk, all you're worried about is can someone run away with my money? Because that's also a risk. But with Binance, because this is almost centralized finance, not DeFi, right? Binance is centralized finance because you're sending your funds into a wallet that is controlled by Binance, the company itself, which is perfectly fine. But you now have to measure who is going to be handling the funds. There's so many exchanges, but with Binance, like CZ said, your funds are safe, meaning that the funds are safe. It's now just based upon yourself to make that call, whether you want to trust, do you trust Binance as a company to keep your money, or you're going to work with decentralized protocols or decentralized exchanges, which there's no accountability. If things go wrong there because of the smart contract, you completely lose your money, or you're going to go with the Binance way, but then, Binance could also get hacked. So you just have to be aware with a lot of these things. Otherwise, I think I'll end it here and we can now go into the questions if there is any questions at all. Thank you guys for listening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gray. So we're going to have the same thing as we did for Babs. I'm going to let a few people ask questions. Please remember, you can only ask one question. Don't sneak in two, don't sneak in three, because we have to get through the questions so we can get to the giveaways. Okay, so if you've got a question, could you please put your hands up? And also let me know in the chat function if you think you're being ignored. Who has questions? Somebody said I should stop playing my hair. I'm sorry. Do you guys have questions? Okay, Abiola Akeju. Abiola, what's your question for Gray, please?
Okay. Hello, hello, good evening. My name is Abiola. I'm speaking from Nigeria. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. What's your question?
Yeah, okay. My question is actually based on the explanations our speaker gave to us, and from some personal research I've made for myself. So personally, I want to ask a question. Is it advisable to buy some of these DeFi coins and make earnings off them when they are increasing, and once one observe that they are already going down, like they want to start entering red, you can easily sell them off and convert them to your USDT or any other cryptocurrency you feel is actually strong and safe at that time. So is it actually a smart thing to do? Because I was checking the market yesterday or day before yesterday, and I saw that one coin like that, YXII, for that particular day, I had added like 28%. So I was asking myself that, okay, if I had bought, let's say, 100,000 worth of that particular coin, that simply means that for that particular day, I've made like 28,000 naira off that coin. And once I feel that the coin, like it actually starts going down, I can easily sell the coin and convert it to USDT or to any other cryptocurrency I first. So is that something advisable you can actually give to a young trader like me? Thank you.
Great.
I'm done with the question.
I don't think I understand the question.
Yes. Can you simplify the question, please?
Okay, my question is this. Like, there are coins out there, there are cryptocurrency coins that the rate at which they appreciate and depreciate is usually not predictable. So my question is this: when I notice that these coins are increasing, like they are increasing in value, like 10 minutes now, I'm seeing
right
8%, another 1 hour I'm seeing 10%, another 1 hour I'm seeing 15%. So I actually feel, okay, I can buy this coin because this coin is increasing now. So is it advisable for me to buy this coin, sit down with my system, monitor this particular cryptocurrency, watch it go up, and once I notice that it wants to start dropping, I convert USDT immediately? That is,
I understand. I understand. So, you know, if you ask that question, it already screams to me that you don't have enough experience in the market. And the most advisable thing to do is to stay away from everything that glitters. This is something that gets a lot of people interested in crypto, the big numbers, right? The big jumps in pricing. You would see that you're talking about Wi-Fi coin, which has been going up so much. But then if you do your research, you would see that most people lost money on Wi-Fi. If you are on Crypto University in my WhatsApp group, you would know that we have been shorting this coin. I've been personally shorting it from $40,000. Now it's at about 17K today. I'm still short on that coin. I'm shorting on Binance, obviously. And you know why? Because my experience taught me that the fundamentals went right, and the technicals about why the coin could go up to almost $50,000 just like that, right? Where someone could see that and then he was immediately interested and just put money into it without understanding it. The same with Chainlink and a lot of all these DeFi coins that people jump on, right? Look, the market is always looking for equilibrium. So it will find a place to the coin will find its price. But for now, there is a risk of you losing money if you jump on every coin that looks like it's going up. You should just go use historical snapshots on TradingView, or if you can do that on CoinMarketCap, where you can look up odd sort of layout of coins, like the top 100 in 2015, 2016, you see that they're different from what it is now. Some coins come and go, they die off and stuff like that. So it's risky. You can make more money by exposing yourself to new obscure coins, but you can also lose a lot of money. In fact, most people who lost money in crypto that I know, they were buying into ICOs in 2017. So my advice is, if you're new to this market, stick to Bitcoin, right? Until you start learning all the other things. But I would recommend for you to join Crypto University and learn more about how you'll be able to evaluate coins before you make a decision to buy or sell them. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you for that, Grace. We're going to take 2 more questions. Opeyemi Omotosho. Hi, Ope.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Please, the question I'm to ask is this. Thank you, Mr. Gray. I appreciate your lecture. But the point is this: all these idea, trading or pooling, everything like that. If I happen to partake, I put my money there, and maybe peradventure something happens, like what happens to the other exchange some other time, the hacking of a thing. What are the things? What should we think should give us confidence that everything will be all right? I don't know if there is anything that could make us not to, to just panic too much or unnecessarily. What do we think Binance has to offer us in terms of whether anything like hacking takes place? That's my question. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So the difference, crypto is different in a way that it makes you your own bank. And now you have exactly the same challenge that banks have when it comes to risk mitigation or making decisions. Once you buy Bitcoin, you hold it in your wallet, it's absolutely up to you. It's really up to you to now start analyzing things where you put your money in, because when things go wrong, obviously things can go wrong even to legitimate exchanges like Binance, but then it's your decision to make where you want to put your money. So crypto is all about that. Now you don't keep your crypto in the bank, you keep it yourself, but you choose to keep it on Binance, or you can keep it on a non-custodial wallet, a ledger nano, which means you're not exposed to any of the exchange activities. You cannot simply get hacked and stuff like that. But then you're not exposed to, say, what's happening on Binance, pooling and all this kind of stuff. So it's a risk. If you don't want to participate, you can just keep your coins in your hardware wallet, and you're not exposed to anything. Or you can choose to want to make money. And again, there is no money without risk. That's just what it is. So there's someone who mentioned even about high returns on different coins or different projects. The problem is you can find APYs over 1,000 APY on some of the protocols, but the tokens that they're telling you to hold to be able to farm for that yield are some ridiculous tokens that we're just going to fall off. Like we saw what happened to SushiSwap, for example, right? The sushi tokens. So if you want to play this game, you need to look at it as an investor. You're not just an average person who is depositing money to the bank and hoping for the best anymore. You are the bank, and you make those decisions, and you need to be able to sit down, analyze and stuff like that. This is why I recommend people to build a portfolio that that you manage, and you're tracking it over time, and you need to try to grow it. And it's exactly what I teach on Crypto University investing course, to help people to build a portfolio with some risk mitigation strategies. Even on trading, you need risk mitigation strategies to know, what do I do if X does Y, or what would be the signals for me to change my mind when something happens. So it's completely up to you. But obviously, Binance is a legitimate exchange. It's large. Some exchanges can have a little bit of insurance on them, but for the amount of money that these exchanges are holding, there will never be enough insurance. It's just impossible to completely insure everyone. So you're trusting the company, Binance itself, and then you're also trusting the technologies to work, obviously, of what's handling these things. So that's all I can say about that.
Okay, great. We're going to take 2 more questions, and then we go straight to the giveaway. Yusi, can you please ask your question? Hi, Yusi. I've unmuted you. Yusi is second to the last, and then we're going to go with David Edu. Yusi, do you have a question? You asked and raised your hand.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Good evening. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. It's like I'm a newbie in this crypto of it, and so I don't know if this question is kind of like, I don't know.
There's no stupid question. Please go ahead.
Okay. I want to ask Gray if because he said it's better to to invest more on stable coins than on BNB, because stable coins have it's like they have a fixed interest rate, but BNB coins are volatile, are prone to volatility, because as in it depends on how the market moves. So I'm asking as a beginner, which one is more as is advisable to stake on? Thanks.
All right. So I did not say that it's advisable to use stablecoins because they have high APY. What I said is that it's a different type of exposure to risk. On the stablecoin one, at least your dollar value is more likely to stay the same, right? Theoretically. On the BNB or any other token, you're now, even Bitcoin or Ethereum, you are now exposed to the downside when the coin, the price goes down, but you're also exposed to the upside of the coin. So it depends. If you are exposed, if you like long on Bitcoin, you're like, you know what, I'm keeping my Bitcoin for the next 5 years. Well, then maybe you don't worry too much about the volatility. You can use your Bitcoin to do whatever you want to, to stake it and stuff like that, right? But if you don't want to have that, you say like, I have $1 million. I don't really want to let you lose it. But if I make 15% on it a year, I'll be happy because that's really good money for me. And but I don't want to expose myself to any sort of risk. So then you're probably going to opt for the stablecoin side of things. So it just highly depends on you. And I'm not saying that, you have to do one thing or the other. And be aware that some of the pools have limited time, so you can't really you cannot really stake for a year or so all the time. You have to look at the details. At the same time, the interest rate itself, the APY is a float again, so it can be higher or lower. It can go down to 5%, or you can even go up to 25%, and so on and so forth. But at the end of the year, you in crypto, at least, you're more likely to make a very good interest if you as compared if you were putting it to the bank. So the stablecoin thing is perfect for someone who is not really that crypto. Let's say you're someone who just have money, you have it in the bank, and you're looking just for the better interest rate to grow your money. Then you would go for the stablecoin version. If you're a crypto person like me, who is fully all in, been investing in the market for a long time, and I'm long for a lot of coins that I hold. I hold BNB since $4. I'm positive that it's going to go up, but that's my sentiment. So I don't care, or I don't mind staking my BNB, earning more, and I'm not really worried if it goes down a little bit, because in the future I'm projecting for high returns then. So I hope this made it a lot more clear for you.
Awesome. Last question, I think, is David Edu. Hi, David. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please ask one question so we can move along. What's your question, please?
Okay. Thank you, Gray. I really enjoyed your lecture. I have just one question about staking, and I need it on a professional level. Is it wise to stake all my token, or just a few of my token when I'm doing staking? I don't need your advice on that.
Yes. So, I mean, I manage a portfolio which is relatively large money. So I wouldn't necessarily stake all my coins. I just have to decide how much of my portfolio I'm willing to expose it to. And when you say staking coins, it also depends what kind of coins. If it's coins, there are ways to stake tokens, even on your hardware wallet, right? Like Neo is a token that you can stake on your own hardware wallet and earn without you going completely out of it. So for example, for coins that I can stake from my hardware wallet, I do it from there. All of them almost, that's what I do. If it's coins that I need to put them in a completely different centralized exchange, well, then I have to analyze the project, or I also have to analyze the exchange. If it's a decentralized exchange, which are very new, all of these decentralized protocols haven't been around for too long. So we're yet to see what happens. So my exposure to those is a lot lower. So, put numbers to it. Just don't, you don't want to just bait on everything without really having a systematic analysis to it. You need to be able to say, okay, if I go into this game, I'm exposing 25% of my portfolio. If I lose, I will lose 25%. It's almost like trading, right? You predetermine the worst case scenario, and then you're able to expose yourself to the risk. Because that 25% might be smaller in your portfolio, or it can be 10%. But because this is crypto, the upside of that 10% is larger, that it could actually end up shifting from a 10% and becoming a 15 or 20% of your portfolio. So again, it depends, but these are decisions that you as an investor have to make. What I can recommend is that you don't use all of your targets and staking them around. That's just too much risk. You probably don't want to take all that risk on yourself. Start small, and as much as some of these things becomes more clear over time, you'll be able to expose them. And yeah, if you want to learn more about how I manage my portfolio, you can get into my investing course on Crypto University. And yeah, you can learn more about how I do it and what kind of tools I use to be able to analyze this. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Everyone, that comes to the end of Gray's session. Thank you all of you that had questions. I know we couldn't answer all your questions, but I think that we've done a good job. Angel specifically, you've answered 1 million of them in the Q&A function. If you still have questions, please type them in the Q&A function, and Gray will be available to answer some of them in the, as I said, the Q&A function on Zoom. Now I have a message for you spammers. Yes, we know who you are. Those of you that are spamming, the angels are taking notes of your names, and you'll be banned, not only from this event, but for subsequent events. And in addition, you will not be eligible for a certificate of participation or a giveaway. So please stop with the spamming. Thank you to the attendees that are notifying us every time they see spam links. We really appreciate it. So sorry about that. Okay, so I know it's been a longer session than we expected, but you all had great questions that we had to answer. But let's get to the money. Brandon, I need you to please start the giveaway. So I'm going to share the giveaway form now. It's going to be based on what we discussed today, Gray's session. And yeah, I'm sharing the form now on Zoom and on YouTube. So please, please, please fill it in. And then Gray, thank you for your time, and Branton will start the giveaway. So can everyone see the link? I'm sharing it now on Zoom, and I've also done it on YouTube.
So as you can see, I only really show up when there's money to be given away. So I hope everyone gets used to my face by now. And the giveaway today is exactly like the one we did for George's session yesterday. So here is a little introduction to Gray. And Gray, thank you so much. It was a brilliant session. Even in the comments, there's so many guys who just got into crypto, but they're going to go back and watch the YouTube video and really sort of understand these concepts. And we've got an amazing feedback. So thank you so much for your session. And we really hope that you were paying attention, because there is $100 on the line, just like yesterday.
Yes.
So there are 3 questions, multiple choice, all from Gray's presentation that you'll have to answer, as well as your Binance user ID, which Bubs and myself have showed you how to get. And then let us know what country you're joining us from. So those responses, oh, wow, okay. We already have 135 responses. So I think let's go ahead to choosing those winners. So remember, you have to, it is the first 20 people to correctly answer the question. So we can already see that 1 or 2 maybe weren't paying as close attention as they should have. But our first official winner, and that's a bit pleasurable to see, is from SA. Brilliant. And our second winner from South Africa, I see that the South Africans are on the ball a bit today. Nigerians dominated us yesterday. So we've got our third winner. Unfortunately, our next guest just needs to go and watch the YouTube video again. But our fourth winner, he is correct. Our fifth winner is correct. Our sixth one, correct. Oh, another one who just has to go and watch the YouTube recording. But we've got lucky number 7. Maybe you lost connection for a little bit. We've got lucky number 8. number 9, 10. And this is just a reminder, guys. We know you get excited, but these rewards, we promise you, will be unlucky, will be distributed within 10, oh no, there we go, within 10 days after the masterclass. So you will get your rewards, I promise you, and they will be sent straight to your Binance account. So number 16, oh, you've just got to watch that YouTube video again. Number 17, but great. I mean, it's great to see how many people were paying attention, because, you know, these weren't the easiest of questions, and all of you, you know, 90% seem to have gotten it right. And these 20 users, congratulations, you've each won $5 in crypto, which will be distributed, like we said, over the next 10 days. So congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations to all our winners. Oh, I see Israel won. Okay, a bunch of other people.
Oh, well done, well done. Well, that's not the end of it.
No,
so
we have more.
Yeah.
Sign-ups.
So now, let's get to our sign-up giveaways, Danny. And just to make sure that it's all fair, we are going to do it live. And this is fun because I always feel like a game show host when I do this part. So I've also just got to make sure that I've got all of our winners saved. So remember, this is the big giveaway. So 5 lucky users who signed up using the registration link in that period where we promoted to the masterclass are each going to win $20. So let's get to it. Lucky winner number 1 of 5. See, we've got some Germans in the house as well. Very interesting. But luckily it did not go to Germany. It went to Nigeria. So our first lucky winner of $20 in crypto, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Second lucky winner. I can feel the suspense in the chat. There we go. Got our second lucky winner. Lucky winner number 3. Oh, there's going to be some celebrations in Nigeria tonight.
Congratulations to all the winners.
2 more to go. And you guys can see just how many people have signed up. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Well, we have 1 more lucky winner. So everybody, I'm going to give you 2 seconds. Just cross your fingers, hold thumbs. There we go. Congratulations to all of our winners.
Wow.
Do not stress. Remember that the trading capital giveaway, so the really big one, we will make sure that each winner comes from a different country. So that will be completely transparent as well. But congratulations to all of our winners.
Yes, congratulations, guys. And thank you so much for staying with us. We see those of you that really stay to the end. We know it's been a bit longer than expected, but it's really because you had great questions and we wanted to make sure that you got all the knowledge you asked for. So I'm so sorry, I realized that I hadn't shared the YouTube link for yesterday's session. I'm sharing it again here on Zoom, and also you'll see it on YouTube. And then also for those of you on Zoom that are looking for day 2, here it is. I'm gonna share it for you. And those of you obviously on YouTube right now, that same link that you're using, the same URL is correct. And it will be the same for day 3. When we share the link, and you're watching it on YouTube, that is where the recording will be. And I'll share it also for those of you on Zoom. Awesome. Thank you to everyone who joined us today. Tomorrow, remember, we've got crypto trading with Chris Annie, 30 tips to becoming a profitable trader. I think that's his topic. And we also have a really big announcement for you at the end of day 3. So stay tuned for that. And of course, the Trading Capital giveaway. So see you tomorrow, same time. And we hope that you have a great evening. Stay safe out there, everyone. And thank you all for joining us today. Bye, everyone. Babs?
Yeah, hi, Dami.
Event over.
Bye, Dami.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
See you tomorrow.